Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have Empties, all wax Empties for January 2017, and anything Bath and Body Works, so i.e. body care and things like that. But I'm just gonna rotate you guys a little bit. There's Miss Willow. She's staring outside because where I live, I have a few resident deer, and I moved to sit here in this spot, and they saw me and they just took off, and they're just sort of over there. They're in the bush, but she was just taking a look at them. So yes, so it is my Empties for January 2017 for all wax products and all Bath and Body Works. Before we go any further, combination on my lips is Marc Jacobs Primrose Lip Liner. That's what I have. I actually lined and filled my lips with this. And then the lipstick, also Marc Jacobs and Screen Test. So that's what that looks like. And I watch Tara Babies. I don't know if anyone else here who follow me watch her. She does makeup reviews and hauls. Oh my god, she's like the queen of haulage. She just mentioned something that I was like, thank you, I'm not the only one. I love Marc Jacobs lip liners. They're expensive, but I'm really enjoying them. Like, I enjoyed so far everything Marc Jacobs that I've had. I'll probably repurchase everything, but the lids are just so finicky to get off. They shouldn't be that way. It's like they're... Anyway. She wasn't wrong, but she mentioned that on her channel. All right, you guys, we're gonna dive in to this plethora of stuff that I have cluttered all over and around me here. Every candle has been reviewed on my channel. The wax melts I'm just starting to dive into. The month of January was my first month of really melting, as you guys will see. I'm really getting into the melting. In fact, I've got a lot of orders coming to me from vendors. Yeah, anyway, thanks to Scent Junkie 03, which Christy. I watch her and my friend in Florida who sent me all those wax samples. Oh my god, you guys got me addicted. This is a problem, but not a bad problem. There are worse things in the world. All right, moving along. Again, most of these candles themselves have already been reviewed on my channel, and based on the actual brand, I will have a playlist. Just check out my playlist for whatever brand this might be. This one is a DW Home in Golden Shortbread. Went through that. What I really liked, haven't found it since, of course, that tends to happen, is Sensational Candles, Natural Soy Premium in Romantic, which to me, this I mentioned in my video, although it did sit a lot, it was a great smelling candle. I don't know if romantic, like, to me, I feel like romantic would be vanilla and tobacco, or that kind of thing, like that sexy men versus women, or not versus men and women, or guy, girl, whatever your flavor is. It's super romantic. That was more fruity raspberry. I don't know if I would consider raspberry romantic, but whatevs. I loved it. If I could find it, I would get it. I would recommend it for sure. I'm not recommending trap candles. This was left over. This was a Throwback Thursday candle that I burnt this last month. I've had nothing but kind of piss poor luck. This literally smells like Fruit Loops, the lemon portion of a Fruit Loop, which if I wanted to buy something that said Fruit Loop, I would get it. But when it says lemon sugar cookie, that's not what I'm getting. I'm finicky with that stuff. Okay, so I went through the Kind Wine by DW Home. These jars are recycled wine jars, I guess, that they've done. It was all right. I didn't get much of a throw out of it. Just a little sootage, but it was all right. I would not repurchase this. It wasn't strong enough. It wasn't memorable. There's plenty of other DW Home candles that I absolutely adore and would highly recommend, which, again, just check out my playlist. You guys will know this would not be one of them. It's just not worth the lack of throw. Something that I burnt for Throwback Thursday this last month was Sensational, again, the same company as this, Sensational Peppermint Stick. Now, it did soot up here, but the sooting that happened, I don't know if anyone remembers some of my videos, you would have seen this kind of up in this little corner here burning, and you would have seen that there was a bit of a ring of a darkness. That actually happened when the candle was up here. It never increased at all as it burnt down, and as you can see, look how far back down, that seriously, there's hardly any candle left. You can see my hand through the other side. It was really good, and a pleasant peppermint. It wasn't, I love Twisted Peppermint from Bath and Body Works. I haven't burnt that one this year yet. But I just found this is a great candle to have in the background, and I can mix it with so many other things. It's definitely a peppermint stick. It's not, but it's not like if you have a cold, you would burn this to help you with your breathing. No, I would definitely go for twisted peppermint over that. And this particular candle I was given to me by the company because I expressed some concern over the burn quality of the very first candle I bought from them. And it's from Cole & Canary, Peach Pies and Cute French Guys. That's the box there. It's a Canadian company. I still had problems. And I burnt this alongside a whole bunch of peach. Anyone who follows me on Instagram would know that I burnt this alongside a bunch of peach-like candles or wax. I didn't even finish burning it. And that was blowing it out after every few hours, and I've expressed this concern to Cole & Canary. I've said this on my channel many times. I have a playlist for Cole & Canary. My main concern was that glue does not stick, like the base shifts, and even then, like, you can tell it hadn't pulled out all the way to the bottom, but obviously it had gotten warm enough where it literally shifted this wood wick right off center. So that's my concern, and I literally would burn this for 3 hours, 4 hours maximum, blow it out. I was really babying this one in hopes that it wouldn't get this way, and I so badly want to stand behind a Canadian company, but I don't think anyone's listening to me when I say you need to make sure your bases are stuck on there good. And they're beautiful candles and have great names and great scents, but they just need to... None of that's going to matter if your wick keeps shifting over and you have to literally, you know, not burn the last bit of it. Feels like a waste. It's an expensive candle. I will buy an expensive candle if I'm going to feel like I'm going to get something out of it the whole way through. Just a little rant about that. Sorry. I still love that they're Canadian, don't get me wrong. Veluspa, my friend April sent me this lovely care package at Christmas time, and this was one of them, and I couldn't wait for spring. In fact, I'm sitting here with a plethora of snow outside. It is dumped, looking at my edges, I think there's about this much snow in less than 24 hours. So anyway, but she sent me, this is one of the candles, she sent me this Veluspa's Japanese Plum Blossom. This is an gorgeous, gorgeous jar. And again, on Instagram, I had this photo up. I actually used the same photo as my, I guess, my thumbnail for this video. Beautiful jar. I'm not usually into florals a lot, but it's spring and I guess, like, you know, a lot of things are floral, but I really like this. And this little tiny, what is this, a 3.2 ounce or 90 gram jar. This was great for my bathroom. You know, and if you were traveling for work, you know, and you're staying in hotels and you've got to come into your hotel room after dinner, you just want to chill out, put your feet up, watch some TV or whatever. This is like a perfect little candle size. And I know that April has, she's amazing. She's bought a whole bunch of these, I guess, are on sale, and she's been telling me a whole bunch of different scents to look out for. So I'm like on the lookout for all of her recommendations because this is really nice. I like this. So I'm gonna put this aside because that jar is gonna get reused, but in a year from now, because I have to keep all my jars, you know. All right, let's go on to Bath & Body Works candles. Again, playlist already up on my channel. Georgia Peach. I burnt that alongside of that Cole & Canary one, as well as the peach meringue, which was, oh, it was so good. I know Anthony over at Candle Cafe, he's holding on to this one till spring, and man, it's so good. Peach Campino, vanilla peach creamsicle. Oh, so good. I wish I got my hands on more of them, and I'm really hoping that a scent like that came out for the winter time for Bath & Body Works, I hope they repackage it under a different name if they have to for summer, but one can only hope. A vanilla balsam. I got one of these for Christmas, picked a couple more for SAS for, I think that these ones were like $5.80 with a coupon. This is very nice. It was a surprise to me. This and the smoked vanilla were very much a surprise to me this year. I really like that. Sorry, but excuse me, my nose is just being silly. Jingle All the Way, which is totally funny. This is from 2015, and I actually like this. I burnt it in January, where you think, pardon me, the name Jingle All the Way, blah, blah, blah. It's a freaking coconut. I love coconut. I love a good coconut. actually like this. This is part of my Throwback Thursday, and I have to give it to the person who selected this candle for that Throwback Thursday to get a bit of a shake up, a little change. It wasn't cinnamon, it wasn't cider, something different. I secretly was like, every time I was burning, I was like, hee hee, I like it. It did put itself out with a little bit extra wax left over at the bottom, but overall this Burn 2015 Pour candle did really, really well. Jingle all the way. And then I burnt, I wish these ones would have done better. So sugared, cinnamon sugar donut. I wish these would have done better. This is where they end. The wax is really stinky and gross right now. And people are always asking me, oh, I should try to chunk it out and put it on a melter. But the problem is that when the wax already gets disgusting and gross, it's in there. I could smell it when it's burning. I can smell it on cold. I'm not gonna spend the time to chunk out my candle that I bought to burn and put it into my melter, and that's totally appropriate. I totally get, like, people do that all the time. I get not, please, again, it's nothing to do with the people suggesting it, because it's a good suggestion, but for me, it just ticks me off that we spend a lot of money on our candles to burn, and to burn it right, and to have something so simple to have this, if you liked it on cold, to have it smelling the way you smelt it from the top to the bottom. That's all I ask. Maybe don't drown the wicks, you know, there's just a few things that would be really nice. And this one angered me so much where I'm not even going to chunk it up. I'm not going to spend the time on it. I have lots of wax melts that friends of mine have sent me. I have a bunch on their way to me. I do not need this that bad. So but great suggestions. I'm not saying that, like, please bring the suggestions forward. If I feel like it's gonna work for me, I'll absolutely do that. Okay, I went through 2 wallflower bulbs. I went through 2 frosted cranberries. Disappointing. Just like the scent portable in my car, these did not throw at all. This is the first time for me. I know lots of people here on YouTube that do reviews, they find that the wallflower bulbs don't throw for them. That's not normally an issue for me, but this particular scent was an issue for me. This did not throw at all. I have said this before to people. I take them out. Obviously, I'm stubborn, so I try to use this up as best I can, even though I couldn't smell it very much. But anyway, I try to take them out when there's still a little bit of the liquid inside these little bulbs, because it becomes a fire hazard. If you let these things go where there's nothing in it, it's still trying to suck stuff up into the system, like into the, whatever you want to call it, this little fiber thing. I always make sure, that one's a little bit low, but I like to take them out about here. And I also remove my wallflower bulb plugs, the whole thing, out of my house if I'm going on vacation for a week or 2, or, you know, like if it's gonna be more than a day or 2. It's just something, there's nothing out there saying you should do it. It's just something I do for myself, but I most certainly would recommend taking those bulbs out with just a little bit of that liquid in it, that scent left. Okay, enough harping. Sorry. So I went through 2 soaps. I went through 'Tis the Season, which is an older packaging, red apple, fresh cinnamon, and cloves. I didn't buy a lot of hand soaps in 2016, so I reused a lot of soaps that I purchased a lot of in 2015. And as well, I went through an Oh Snap Jolly Gingerbread. It's not a party without the gingerbread man. I always think of that movie, Shrek. Not my buttons, not my gumdrop buttons. God, I love that show. So cute. All right, I gotta keep going blasting through this. This is completely empty. Again, I will say this time and time again. I don't know what it was with this particular line, like the Wild Madagascar Vanilla. There's a couple that have the same kind of packaging, but you know, in order for me to squeeze that towards the bottom, I have to kind of split this in half and squeeze it to the top so I can get more of the product, get as much of it out as I can. It peels and it's in my hands, and I almost have to rinse my hand. I don't like that. I don't like Bath & Body Works. So, but I liked the actual scrub. I use this for my feet. You guys know that, who've been watching me for a long time. Right now, currently I have in my car a very weak Sweater Weather scent portable. I don't know what it is. Some scent portables for me are really good and some are not so good. And my friend Brita gave me one of her bath bombs to try in Sweet Pea, which is Bath & Body Works Sweet Pea, so I kept the outer wrapping. I like it. I like my Lush better. I'm going to say this out loud because I was hoping for more with this. Sweet pea isn't my scent. But that's fine. I wasn't really caring about the scent as much as with my Lush bath bombs. I feel like I'm getting a show when you put it into the tub and it changes colors and moves around. And although, yes, you can get those bath bombs, you know, a little less expensive when they're on sale, they're still like expensive. They're still like I don't even know. I didn't buy this, so I don't know. Personally, I like the Lush bath bombs a little bit better. I felt that there was more moisturizing properties in Lush than these ones. But it's not to say I won't try some down the road, but they have to have the scents that I like, because that's the thing. Like, same with the wax melts at Bath & Body Works. I feel like they only, like, it's their standard typical sweet pea. I mean, I don't mind it, but it's not my absolute favorite. You know, if they threw up, you know, if they did, oh my God, if they did one hot chocolate, oh my God, you'd have a hot chocolate bath. Oh, or hot cocoa and cream is what I'm trying to say. Oh my God, that'd be good. Anyway, rambling. On to wax melts. All right, I am going to go through and tell you, I went through Ambi Essence. My friend back east, Lisa, hi Lisa, you sent me a care package probably like a year and a half ago with a whole bunch of awesome wax melts, but I'm a seasonal melter. So I waited to burn this. It's called Cinnamon Bun from Ambi Essence with cinnamon sugar donut. And I'm just finishing this up. It's completely gone from the pack, but I've got one a bit in the melter in Sensational's Holiday Home. This is the closest thing I have currently to a chai tea latte, and I think it's because of the clove. I really liked this, but it's almost a little overwhelming right now, like a little bit. So I'm kind of almost over that scent soon. Thankfully, I'm just on my last 2 cubes. And I use the last of my warm apple pie, or WAP in the Bath & Body Works version, but this is Sensational's warm apple pie. I just had a couple of cubes left. I just finished it off. All right, on to Myra and Kyla. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I feel like a tool. Anyway, sorry. Both of them and myself, we did a wax swap before Christmas time. So they sent me over some wax, so I've been trying to use them. Honey soaked apples from Swan Creek, 100% would repurchase, beautiful. Yankee Candles Magic Cookie Bar, which was nice, but I would, out of all of these, the honey soaked apples was the best, I think. Cookie Swap Collection from Yankee Candle and Mary Berry Linzer, that was very nice. Tea Time from Sensational, again, very, very nice, enjoyed that. And Goose Creek Cranberry, I think that's what it was. So really enjoyed those. Again, honey soaked apples from Swan Creek was my absolute favorite. I know, Myra, you love that one too. I gotta go fast, this is gonna be a long video. A Snow Globe World wax melt from the Bathing Garden. I got about the last bit of these here. I got all from my friend in Florida. I'm not gonna say her name because she doesn't want me to. But what a wonderful treat. You guys, I am totally into vendor wax. It's gonna be scary. But this was, the Snow Globe was, I don't have any set descriptions on these, but it's very nice. I like the Snow Globe. It was just a little medallion. The Rockford Peaches, it was a really cool like rosette. It was really cool. I cut it into 4 pieces and I melted that along with all the other peach scents that we've talked about. And it was just a very sophisticated peach. It was peach with a little something extra. Beautiful. And my absolute, Bathing Garden, please, please send to Canada. Right now you only send like in the United States. Please send to Canada. It's gonna get it's gonna be tough. But my favorite was Winter Palace, which is, they describe as lavender, mint, and wild berries. I don't get much mint at all. This was beautiful. It's actually already, yes, it's on order. Lake Providence Lodge in Hot Bath. That was really lovely too. I had that on my melter. That was very nice. I did that in the evening when I was studying. That was great. And then I have, the last 3 I have are, I'll say this right, Candy Panda wax melts. I find these to be a little bit on the lighter side, but I do have a favorite of the 3. Crisp Autumn Morning, I melted alongside all the cinnamon as well. I have a couple different melters in my house. This was strong. This was very strong. But I'm realizing I think I'm over the cinnamon. Like I'm kind of over all of that now. even though I've got snow outside and it's more Christmassy now than it was in December. Sugar milk was really light. Another one of those ones I melted in the evening to relax and calm, and that it was a little bit light, but it was okay. I wouldn't repurchase that one. But the one I would repurchase I really, really enjoyed was tea and cakes. So I really like that one, you guys. So I hope this video posts because it's over 20 minutes. So let's, fingers crossed, everybody. All right, as always, be safe and have fun.